Okay, so I will be reading chapter 7 of the Bakugou X Hawk's Sister Listener. The name of the chapter is Heroes Training Exercise, Part 1. It's written by Crimson_A on Wattpad, so let's begin. We're so pissed off at Katsuki after a lunch. You ignored him until it was time for hero basic training. I am here, All Might screamed. He always made a dramatic entrance, walking through the door like a hero. Well, he was so extra sometimes. You weren't that close with All Might, but you met him before. You strutted to the front of the class as everyone whispered and chatted. You didn't care much, but were thrilled you had an exercise teacher for your new favorite class. Welcome to the most important class in UA High. His voice boomed. He continued to speak to the class until he told you today would be fighting training. You glanced at Katsuki, not because you were scared or anything, but you did to see him grinning like a madman. He then turned his head, and his smile fell once he made eye contact with you. He swiftly looked away as he sighed and continued to listen to All Might. But one of the keys to being a hero is looking good. All Might caught your attention and pointed to the suitcase appearing from the compartment on the wall. Oh, hell yeah! You get your costume. You were suddenly very excited and beaming. Get yourself suited and then meet at the hero training ground. Bira. All Might commanded as we all rose from our seat and bowing and retrieving our hero costumes. If you want to see a costume, go to the fanfiction. You loved your costume. You looked so cool in it. Your brother must have included the jacket on your application form, such a near test. Coming out of the passageway, you and the class walked over to All Might. He looked over to Shoto. He had an interesting costume, while the whole left side of his body was completely covered in ice, which seems cool, pun intended. You scanned through the crowd, zoning out All Might as you noticed the different costumes to suit different quirks and personalities. Your eyes finally landed on Katsuki, and holy shit, he seriously looked hot. Yes, you were supposed to be mad at him, and you were, but oh my gosh, his muscles are so bigger than I thought, and his ass, wait, no. You shook her head, and perverted thoughts, and focused on All Might again. While waiting, introducing everyone, starting to talk in their own groups, until you felt something behind you. Turned around and realized it was Katsuki. He was a bit closer than you interpreted, and you had to step back before crossing your arms and glare at him. Do you need something, Bakugou? You quirked. He was distracted, though, and didn't even realize you said something. What the F is she wearing? She can't wear that. I mean, I don't mind it, but I can't know. Other guys can look at her. Wait, what the actual heck did I just say? You noticed him looking you up and down, but you tried to ignore it as you waited for him to answer. But you couldn't take it when he licked his lips. Bakugou? You yelled at him and tried to cover your face with your arms. He finally made eye contact with you and screamed, "What?" But he wasn't angry, even more like flustered. You growled, "I'm already pissed off because of you. I don't need you looking at me like I'm effing eye candy." Bakugou scoffed and looked at the ground before mumbling something like, "Why the F am I doing this shit?" and then took a deep breath. "I'm sorry for what I did," he said. He was cringing the whole time. You could tell he was serious, but you couldn't care. You thought he was your friend, but he just unworthy. Whatever. You scoffed and turned around while he stood there shocked as hell. You and the class lined up, and you and Bakugou were on opposite ends. Now that you're ready, it's time for combat training, All Might announced. Sir? Someone raised their hand, but it sounded like Ida. This is the fake city from our entrance exam. Does that mean we will be conducting our battle again? He inquired. All Might dramatically paused. Not quite. I'm going to move you to 2 steps ahead. Wait, what? For this training exercise, you will be split into teams of good guys and bad guys, and fight 2-on-2 indoors battle. Everyone got excited and tried asking questions, but Alma stopped them and explained the situation. The villains have hidden a nuclear weapon somewhere in the hideout. The heroes must try to follow their plans. To do that, the good guys either have to catch the villain's door or recover the weapon. Likewise, the bad guys succeed if they protect their payload or capture the heroes. You weren't sure how this was going to play out. The time's limited, and we'll draw the teams by drawing lots. Nalma finished as he held a box in his hand. Ida made a comment, but then corrected himself by bowing. No sweat, let's draw. All Might pumped his fist in the air before turning around and pointing directly at you. Except for you, young YN, you flinched in shock, due to being on the spot. Everyone else had many questions to why. You could see that, but you knew the answer. Walking up to All Might, he leaned down and whispered, Good to see you, young YN. You smiled and greeted back. You're a bit more skilled for these students, so we will put you in with a team that is not as strong, he said. You didn't take it in offense. You just smiled at him. I understand. He nodded and looked back up to check the teams. All Might said, with me by his side, All right, young YN shall be teamed with young Uraraka and young Midoriya. He cheered. I was happy with that, and ran over to them and gave Uraraka a hug, and Izuku a fist bump, and stood next to him. He fidgeted and looked nervous, then realized it was because Uraraka was there. Mina had taught that you all she knew about feelings, so he spotted his crush easily. Nudging him, you whispered, Uraraka looks cute today, huh? He blushed under his mask and stuttered, Don't worry, I'll keep it low-key. Fiscal saw him relax as he sighed. All Might ruffled through the box. I declare the first teams to fight will be... He held up the balls to reveal Team A and Team D. These guys... Oh, this was effed up. Team A will be the heroes, Team D will be the villains. You saw Bakugou look at you, and you looked away. Izuku noticed and put a hand on your shoulder. We'll be fine, he said, as Uraraka agreed with a nod. Yeah, we'll be fine. So that was the part. I will be trying to post videos a little bit earlier and more spread out of the day. So, I'm sorry if I sometimes just post videos after each other. But that's because that's the time I have time to make videos. So yeah. But I hope you guys have a nice day, afternoon, or night. See you guys in the next video. Bye.